Why are 66% of young men aged 18 to 29 single, according to a recent Pew Research study, while only 34% of women in the same age group are unpartnered? This disparity is more than just a statistic. It's a social shift with far-reaching consequences, as highlighted by the American Psychological Association. Stick around, because what we're about to uncover might just change the way you see modern relationships. From the rise of digital dating to shifting societal norms, we're diving deep into the data and expert opinions. Let's dive into the startling statistics. According to a recent Pew Research study, a staggering 2 out of 3 young men are single, unpartnered, and not dating. In contrast, only about 1/3 of young women are in the same situation. That's a massive gap. So where's the discrepancy coming from? Back in the 1960s, the majority of college graduates were men. Fast forward to today, and only 42% of graduates are men, with women now dominating higher education. But this isn't just about education, it's about shifting values, evolving expectations, and the way we approach relationships in 2025. Studies from the Pew Research Center and other renowned institutes reveal that societal changes are reshaping the dating landscape. Here's where it gets fascinating. According to the Pew Research Center, women have become more educated and financially independent than ever before. In fact, over 40% of women now hold a bachelor's degree or higher. But studies from the University of Michigan show that their preferences for partners haven't changed much. Most women still want a partner who is at least as educated and earns as much or more than they do. This means the dating pool for educated, high-earning women is shrinking rapidly. A study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that this pool has decreased by 15% over the last decade. And for young men, it's creating a crisis of confidence. According to a report by the American Psychological Association, young men are increasingly feeling the pressure. Add to that the reality of dating apps, where 80% of women are swiping right on the top 20% of men, as per a study by the dating app Hinge, and the numbers start to feel even more skewed. The dating landscape is more competitive than ever. But here's a twist. A significant number of young women aren't dating within their age bracket at all. Surprising, right? Instead, they're dating older men in their early 30s, men who are more likely to have financial stability, career success, and emotional maturity. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, this trend is on the rise. A survey found that 78% of women aged 18 to 29 prefer a partner who is at least 3 to 5 years older. This aligns with findings from the Institute for Family Studies. For young men in their 20s, this creates an uphill battle to prove themselves as viable partners, especially when many are still living at home or finding their footing in their careers. The American Psychological Association notes that this can lead to increased stress and anxiety among young men, making the dating scene even more challenging. The result? A staggering number of young men are opting out of the dating scene altogether. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, financial stress, the unrealistic standards set by social media, and high rejection rates on dating apps are leaving them feeling disheartened and disconnected. Shockingly, 66% of young men aged 18 to 29 now live at home, a significant increase from 50% just a decade ago, as reported by the U.S. Census Bureau. But the issue extends beyond dating. It's a crisis of identity. When young men don't feel valued or desirable, it impacts their self-esteem, social interactions, and mental health. A report from the American Psychological Association highlights the growing mental health crisis among young men, emphasizing the urgent need for support and intervention. So, what's the solution? According to a study by the Pew Research Center, 63% of young men are single. But there's hope. How can young men reclaim their confidence and navigate this changing landscape? Dr. John Gottman's research shows that self-improvement is key. Focus on building yourself first. Prioritize education, career growth, and financial independence. The Harvard study of adult development highlights the importance of personal growth. Success isn't just attractive, it's empowering. A study from the University of Chicago found that personal achievements boost self-esteem, foster real connections, build strong male friendships, engage in hobbies. and create a fulfilling life outside of dating apps. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that strong social ties improve mental health, break the mold, challenge traditional expectations, and focus on compatibility and shared values. Studies from the Gottman Institute emphasize the importance of shared values in relationships, overcome arbitrary standards like income or education levels. The Journal of Social and Personal Relationships suggests that these factors are less important than emotional connection. Explore new avenues, don't rely solely on dating apps, attend social events, join groups, and expand your horizons in real-life settings. A Stanford University study found that meeting in person leads to more meaningful connections. This isn't about changing who you are, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Not just for dating, but for your own fulfillment. Remember, the journey to self-improvement is ongoing and rewarding. Embrace the process and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. The rise of single young men isn't just a statistic, it's a reflection of deeper societal shifts. According to a 2020 Pew Research Center study, 63% of men under 30 are single. But here's the good news. The dating game might be changing, but you have the power to rewrite the rules for yourself. A study from the University of Chicago found that self-improvement and confidence significantly boost dating success. Focus on growth, connection, and building a meaningful life, and the rest will follow. What do you think? Harvard's Grant study shows that strong relationships are key to a fulfilling life. Why are so many young men single? Is it the rise of social media, changing gender roles, or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments. A 2019 study by the American Psychological Association found that online discussions can foster a sense of community. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into modern life. Stay informed, stay connected.